quick hello or respond to me or something.
Somebody
Nobody?
say hi.
Somebody say hi. I see. Let me do a quick roll call. There's Kelly on the phone, Tina, Nasli, Sharia, Patel. Did I say that name right?
It's Shreya.
Treya. Oh, that's a beautiful name. I love it.
Thank you.
Shavani. All right. Shavani said, "What's up?" So my name is Mr. Wardlaw, Robert Wardlaw. I'm the Abraham Lincoln Freshman Academy School Counselor, and also on the this live stream I have Michael. He's an alumni from Abraham Lincoln, and I also have Danielle, whose camera is closed. Hopefully, she can open it for you guys so you can see. She's a current 10th grader. So I just wanted to number one welcome you to our presentation, and also thank you guys for participating. I know there are more students that attend your school, and unfortunately they can't be here with us, but hopefully they can see this later on. Okay. So before I get started, has anyone ever heard of Abraham Lincoln High School? No. Oh my God. So Abraham Lincoln is located in the Northeast. Is located at 3201 Ryan Avenue. So this is why I don't think it's too far from you guys. It's just a little travel. You're old enough now to get on a bus, so y'all can do that now. Um, and I wanted to talk about some of the programs that we have. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show a video. I'm going to let Michael and Danielle introduce themselves to you. We'll talk about any myths that you may have heard or anything of that nature. I'll review the graduation requirements from the School District of Philadelphia, specifically for Abraham Lincoln. We can have a Q&A period, and then I'll show another video if time permits um, for you guys, okay? So let me share my screen. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to show you video number one. Hold on. Whoa. All right. Okay, guys. All right. I'm back. I'm back. So, how did y'all like the video? Can I get a yes? It was great. So let me see who's back. We got some more people. I see Tina, Nestle, Quamir is on the building, Gabriella. So guys, I'm very interactive, and it's kind of hard when you're doing it virtual. Because if we were in the auditorium or in your classroom, I would be, communicating with you guys a little differently. So I really need your guys' participation. All right. So let me ask a few of you guys. What are some of the things you think about when you consider your high school of choice, or what are some of your future goals that you think about? Can somebody jump in and give me an answer?
You guys
Crickets, crickets,
you guys
crickets.
you can unmute to talk, or you can utilize the chat, whatever you're more comfortable with.
Yeah, somebody. Finding a career path. Good. Extracurriculars. Okay. So, Tina, what extracurriculars are you interested in? I told you guys I'm interactive and I will call on you. Okay, robotics and if you're going to tell me you want to do the debate team and you're quiet right now, I have a problem with that, Miss Tina. So Abraham Lincoln, we do have a robotics team, and it's very, very good. I wish that you could come and visit the school one day so that you can see it and witness it for yourself. The next video that I'll show you guys. Wow, sorry it's so loud in the background. I can't hear your background, just to let you know. But it's probably loud for you in the background. That's why she doesn't want to mute herself. Okay, I got it. Hopefully you guys could, it would be nice if you guys could have come to Lincoln to do like a shadow day and visit the school so you could see for yourself. But the next video that I'm going to show in the next couple minutes, you'll see an example of the robotics team and what they do. Okay. Does anyone else have like a specific career path that they want to talk about or share, or what are some of the things you think about for a school for your selection? Because you do have 5 schools you're supposed to choose from. What are some of the thoughts that you have in mind for the schools that you're choosing?
One question that has come up quite a few times is, do you guys have any affiliations with any local universities?
So one of the great things about Abraham Lincoln is um, by your 11th grade year, and Michael can talk about this because I know he was a candidate for this. If you are able to, you can take college credits as well as graduate early if you acquire enough credits. So I think Michael, could you share on that briefly, real fast, please?
Um, Again, my name is Michael Adney, or Tom maybe Michael Adney. I graduated from Baldi and I graduated from Lincoln. Graduated in Baldi in 2016, then Lincoln in 2020. Um, when it comes to graduating early, again, it's not really recommended because we all want you to have a very strong high school experience. I was again a candidate for it, but I didn't end up graduating early, but I could have. When it comes to that, if you start off in ninth grade and you you have, I guess, your grades already from eighth grade and before are high, and your PSAs are high as well, you could be selected to graduate early, meaning you will not be taking any of the academy-based classes that Lincoln offers. And those academy-based classes do help you find what you want to do when it comes to your career and what you want to do for the rest of your life. So again, that's the win and loss that you would get. You would win being able to graduate early, but you would lose more of the extra help and the I should say career-based learning that you would get if you stayed in all your 4 years.
Exactly.
Um, when it comes to like college classes, we do have AP classes. When it comes to the connections with universities, you can be entitled to do dual enrollment your 10th grade year. And again, it's not strongly recommended because again, dual enrollment would mean you have to have not the just basically the best of the best in your classes and your grades and your extracurriculars. You have to be there. But yes, you can have dual enrollment in your 10th grade year, and dual enrollment is basically high school and college at the same time. So with me, I was doing high school from like 9 to 12 some days, and then from 12 to like 2:33, I would go down to CCP and I would just take like my math, uh, like a calculus class, an English class, and then I did that for 1 year, and then the next year it was just a history class, just your basic college classes. So once you get into college, you're like now for me, you wouldn't need to take those classes and you would save tons and tons and tons of money. So you basically could take up to like 1 or 2 college classes like your college year and you'd be free for the rest of the time. And then you just use your time wisely.
Absolutely. And Michael, while you're talking, how about you do an introduction to yourself? You can talk about, your experience as an eighth grader, what it was like at Lincoln, the college process. Just speak on that.
Copy. So again, graduating from Baldi, um, and then applying to Lincoln. At first, again, Lincoln was not my first choice. Lincoln was probably my third choice. And going through, I didn't expect I was going to Lincoln. And I honestly, to this day, I'm very thankful because Lincoln definitely became like a home in my family. Them helping me out, them being the adults and the staff that I still talk to today, even after I graduated. Very, we keep in touch, everyone. Um, when it came to eighth grade, again, applying, you do the school selection, you have your 5 choices. I turned in my essay. I got my essay checked by a few teachers. I was in before it changed. 801, 802, and 803 were the again your classes, and then I was in 802 with Miss Martin, or her name now is Miss
Miss Rollins, Mr. Gannon, that crew.
yes, exactly. Um, I was with them, and then I usually gave my papers, anything, my essays to my resume, to Mr. Gannon. He checked it for me, and we did corrections over and over again just to have like the close to perfect essay. And then I send it through, put it all together. Um, in that process, you have to again, you got to stay organized. You have to have all your papers ready and all of them on either a USB flash drive so you can link them or you can get them from your Google Docs. That's what we did. We got them from our Google Docs. We placed them and we just downloaded it and placed it into the link into your school selection. Um, so ninth grade year starting, going to Lincoln. Again, it was very like, oh, high school experience. Something I did do that helped me a little bit before I went into ninth grade. I did an eighth grade summer bridge at Lincoln, so it gave me a little more of an early head start into high school and an early start into the school I was going to. So I knew the hallways a little better. I knew where to go, knew people to talk to first, and my ninth grade experience was really, really strong. I was able to get an opportunity from my principal to become a techie, and what a techie is, it's a I'm a oh, oh God. Um, basically what a techie was, I was in charge of the laptops that I have. This is mine, but the MacBooks that we had in school, I helped fix those. I like broke them apart, put them back together. The software and the hardware part of them, that's what I took care of. And then I taught kids. Um, in the techie group that were new how to do it, and they learned, and then now they take over. And then I was also part of the sound booth in Lincoln. It would be much easier to show you, but at Lincoln High School we have a sound booth in our auditorium, and I take care of the sound, the lighting, basically for all of our shows, such as our dramatic shows, or if any public speaker comes, I take care of that. And from on again, I didn't from 10th to 11th, I didn't take a um a career-based learning class because I was on the route to graduating early. So I just had my straight math classes, my extra classes, and then I did my CCP classes when I left school. And then, high school was great. High school was it was probably definitely one of my best experiences as of right now. Um, One tip I would give everyone, no matter where you go, is again, talk to talk to your staff, stay in touch. Um, growing with your staff will definitely keep you in the best place and they will definitely give you the best knowledge of where to go, what to do, and how to like formulate your schedule better, your like high school experience way better. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Michael was being shy. He was the man at Lincoln, and I love Michael because he's very driven and goal oriented. I came to Lincoln when he was a sophomore in 10th grade, and when I met Michael, I was just awed by the caliber of student that he is and the person that he I knew that he would become. And I'm just like waiting to see the final product because I know he's destined for greatness. And I know that you guys listening or watching right now, it's real early in well, it's kind of close to the decision process, but you have a bright future ahead of you. And the one thing I'm going to say about Lincoln is this, right? Is Lincoln a school for everyone? Yes, it is. But you're lucky that you're talking to a school counselor right now because, as Ms. Joyce would say, find the right school for you. Okay? Please do not pick a school based off your friends. More than likely, that is the school not for you. You know who your friends are, you know what they're about. And if you pick their school because you still want to maintain that relationship in high school, I guarantee you it's going to make high school much harder for you. Okay. Abraham Lincoln, I think somebody asked what separates Lincoln from the other schools. Lincoln is like a CTE based school. We have four academies. We have the Freshman Academy, the Academy of Arts, the Professional Academy, and the Sciences Academy. Each one of them is a tailor made path for students that are interested in certain career choices. For example, those that are interested in the Academy of Arts program, those are the students that will study plants, floral design, gardens, landscaping. They do hands-on work for our school. So when you come to our school grounds, we have beautiful landscaping, beautiful. And these students participate in the yearly flower show in Philadelphia. And they often score high as far as the rankings for the presentations or whatnot that they present. Also, if you enter this program, you can earn college credits for completing tests by taking a NOCTI exam. Okay. Um, the professional services, these are students that are interested in either the business pathway or law pathway. If you're interested in business, these are students that want to get into business administration. These are students that are very oriented about, I would say, making money, right? So let's be clear. Right now, a lot of people are on YouTube and they have these channels, or a lot of people want to be rappers or singers or dancers. The worst thing you could do is have a business idea but not be business savvy. You can make a lot of money and lose a lot of money at the same time. Right, Michael? So those students that
Indeed.
are in the business program, they learn how to run a business, organize it from the ground up, and you could go really far with that. And again, with the law pathway, those are the people that want to become lawyers. And there's so many career paths as far as law is concerned. You can do family law, medical law, personal injury law, so many career choices under the law umbrella that I mean it's just mind blowing. Okay. And lastly, with sciences, what about the medical career pathway? The
And
medical
that's what he's
career
getting into.
pathway. That's the HRT program, that's health related technology, and that prepares students for careers in the healthcare industry. Examples are like nursing, doctor, pharmacist, physical therapy, ultrasound technician. Um, these programs are very, very academic oriented as well as all of them, and hands on. I was shocked because when I first went into the HRT program at our school to see what it was about, they were teaching students how to give needles, like draw blood and take blood pressure. And I'm not the most. I don't like to see a whole bunch of blood, but it was just cool to see the students learning about that at this age. 10th and 11th graders learning about blood pressure and just being prepared to enter the workforce as the future healthcare workers. So that's what that program does. And those that do complete the program, you can exit the program upon graduation as a certified nursing assistant. So those are your CNAs. So if you have or have known someone that has entered the hospital for whatever reason, the CNA is the person that you contact the most. They're the one that should have the best bedside manner. They're the one that's going to make your stay at the hospital comfortable. And with a certified nursing assistant certificate, that's something you can do. And just think about it. As an 18-year-old, a CNA starts out making 13 to $15 an hour. And if you really, really are thinking about being 18 on your own, $15 an hour, that's pretty good money as a start to prepare you to go further into your educational path. Again, as a school counselor, I always promote education. And I don't want anyone at Baldi to get in their mind that you're going to just stop at your high school diploma. Reach for the stars. Okay, guys? Reach for the stars. College is the key to everything that you can dream of. Okay? So, with that being said, Lincoln does have a lot of sports. I know it was on the film that we shown. We have girls hockey, we have hockey, soccer, tennis, volleyball, football. We even have golf. Let me say this about sports. Any school you choose, any school, it's not about the sport. It's about what you're good at. Okay, and it's also about exposing yourself to get outside of your box. When you think about high school, put in the back of your mind, how is this going to work for me to go to college? All right. So if you come to Lincoln and you see everyone going to play the top sports, basketball, football, you may not be a basketball player or a football player, but you might want to give bowling a shot. You might want to try golf. We have a young lady right now who never played golf a day in her life, and within her third game, she learned the game and she started to excel at it. And towards the end of the season, she was like the top 5 students in the city of Philadelphia. And this was her first year playing golf. So, I mean, it's just so many things you could do with stepping outside your comfort zone and participating in activities that you traditionally wouldn't do. So, are there any other questions or thoughts that you may have?
Kids might want to know, do you guys have a uniform?
Yes, so we do have a uniform. Mike, you want to break down the uniform?
Copy. All right, so uniform is black top, collared, polo top, black polo, yellow, golden polo, and black pants. Um, Again, I'm very confused on how if they're doing this next year, but I know in the springtime and the fall we were allowed to wear a white polo. And again, all the uniform can be purchased at school. It is for any shirt, it's $15. And black pants, you can wear any shoes, just no open-toed shoes or slides.
Right. Please don't wear slides to school. That's a big no-no. And if there's a fire drill or something like that, and you have slides on, more than likely they're going to come off. You're going to lose them. Don't put yourself in that situation. We also have Danielle on the phone. Danielle, can you introduce yourself to everybody? Just give them a quick shout out, something about yourself. Danny? Uh, there she is. There go my Danielle.
Hi everyone. Can you guys hear me? Or
Yes.
okay, so I'm in 10th grade and I'm currently in the professional academy and I think I'm learning under the law program at the moment. We learn about problems in the society now, I guess you could say. Yeah, school is, school, but we're getting through it, so that's really all that matters. So yeah, I just want to say hi. And yeah.
So, guys, this is Danielle's first time coming out with us, and I think that was an excellent, excellent introduction. I'm going to give you a little round of applause. Yay!
Mr. Wardlaw, can I ask you a
Yes.
question? Can you describe what a ninth grade day looks like? And like time or Michael, whomever, just kind of
Oh,
tell
Mike,
them what.
you know what? I'm gonna let both of them do it because she's fresh off of ninth grade academy, and Michael was there. Go ahead,
Danielle can go first.
Danny. Go ahead. What was it like in the ninth grade academy?
So basically, I wouldn't say we're isolated, but like we have our own like hallway that we stay in basically. So yeah, like a ninth grade day, you go to your first period class, 7:35, and most of your classes are in the same section, so you don't really have to travel far. The only time you really have to travel far is maybe fourth period because all the ninth grade teachers have a meeting. So fourth period, you either have like Spanish or gym or lunch, and then yeah, you come back into the freshman hallway and go to all your classes. And then the office is right there, so if you have to talk to a counselor or anything like that, it's like right outside the freshman hallway. And yeah, so
So before Michael goes, what Danielle's referring to is at Lincoln, what we do is separated the freshmen from the rest of the school. So they do not interact with the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. Very minimal. And the reason for that is we want to make sure that you get the best transition to high school possible. We find that a lot of students that have gone into certain high schools, and when they're mixed in with the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, they often get lost. They don't understand the flow of the school. They may not know the building. And just the transition into the mindset of being a high schooler is completely different in other schools. So by having the wing all to yourself, you're secluded from just the other school students. You see all your teachers daily. We have Miss Rasper, who's the assistant principal. She's specifically designated to the freshman academy, and she has a motto: "Fresh." Do you remember that? What that means, Danielle?
yep, fresh. So F is for focus, R is for ooh, now I
Responsibility.
forgot what R meant. Ooh.
Responsibility. That's okay.
Responsibility. E is for excellence. S is for self awareness. And then H is for hope and honesty.
Absolutely, and that's our motto. That's what we live by in the freshman academy. Okay, Michael, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you guys already mentioned again, freshman is cut into a T. The freshman hallway is cut into a T. That's again separated from the school, and like he again explained the reason it's for you guys to have the best transition into high school. And let me tell you, it is so powerful because again, you don't have to worry about people like when I was a senior, you didn't have to worry about me because I was barely in there. But it definitely gives you the time to you don't have to go all the way down to like across the school for a class because most of your classes are in that T, and the only class again would be what lunch, gym, your art, your extracurricular classes, but all your main subjects, your math, reading, history, and sciences, were all enclosed in that T, and it saves you time. It saves you time because again, freshman year, they're always gonna give you time, but once you start getting into November, maybe late October, they start cutting down on oh, like you gotta be the class because you're in this T. but it definitely gets easier. They definitely every teacher is there to support you and help you and give you a better experience. But my freshman day was it was quick. First period, boom, done. Next class, you have to get to your next class. And then since no one knew where to go, it was like in the beginning, everyone was like, "Yo, where's this class? Where's this class?" But all the teachers were there. They were like, "Yo, if you list your name," they called out our names, grabbed us. I said, "Perfect, perfect, let's go." And then it just kept going, rapid, rapid, rapid. And then everyone got used to it.
Absolutely.
It was really good though.
So a typical bell schedule at Lincoln is we start our first period starts at 7:35. We have an A and B day schedule, and it rotates throughout the week. That's based off your schedule. You have 8 classes per day, and in order for you to graduate a school in the city of Philadelphia, you need to get 23 and a half credits. I'm stuttering right now, guys. Excuse me. You need to get 23 and a half credits, okay? So you get 8 credits per year. And my advice to you is start off strong and you won't go wrong. I like that. I might use that as my merch, Miss Joyce. Start off strong, you won't go wrong. He said, who Cormier says, what kind of fun events do y'all have? Like, what was it?
I can answer that. Like fun
Okay, go
events, like
ahead.
trips and activities. So,
Incidents,
um,
okay.
so in the ninth grade academy usually has all the trips enclosed together. And when I was there from ninth through senior, it was all by enclosed by Miss Mahoney. She was the ninth grade and coordinator. So she took care of all your trips and she put a lot of effort. I know Miss Mahoney was putting a lot of effort. Y'all had plenty of trips. Y'all had way more trips than I did. Well, the ninth grade then when I was a senior had way more trips than I did when I was in ninth grade. But once you go on to 10th and up, your trips and field trips are based on your classes and based off your academy. Different academies have different classes, different trips and activities. So I know the business or the law academy goes to an actual courtroom like every other Thursday, and then they
Hmm.
practice literally how
Mock
a real
trials.
mock trial, complete real with not a real jury, but I know there's either someone a training in judge or an actual judge that usually just participates with you. And for business, I know business goes to different colleges and universities to either watch how a day would be like for a business class, or they go to just have um how do I say meetings with business people. When I was there, what did was we went to a company, we went to FiOS, well Verizon, and they just gave us a brief rundown, and Xfinity a brief rundown on what they do, how we do it, where everything does. And again, all your trips and activities are based off what type of classes you have and what academy you're in.
Absolutely. Then health goes to hospitals or something.
Yes, what's called HRT. Literally every other Friday, they would go to the Fox Chase Cancer Center, and once you're in HRT, again, you would sign a paper, you go to trip every other Friday, and they would just show you again all the parts of what the human body. And oh my gosh, I went on the trip once, and it was a great time, but it was such a long time ago. But again, they give you a brief rundown on all your health careers, health classes, all the things you need to do, how long it takes, all like they give you a rundown of everything, and it's every other Friday. They could have changed, but from when I was there, it was every other Friday.
Yeah. So in the summary, like Lincoln, we give you a lot of hands-on training because we want to produce the best type of worker you could be and give you a good exposure into the field of your choice. Because the worst thing you could do, guys, is pick a field and not be comfortable in it, and then you'll be miserable as an adult. So as a ninth grader, you'll be. We do a career day, and we have a bunch of careers come in. They'll talk about the paths, the education background, and what it's like with their as a day in their life. And I think it's something good and it's beneficial because it gives the ninth grade population a good idea to what path they want to choose. Danielle, do you remember your trips that you took last year? I know you guys went to the bowl. Y'all went to the bowling alley and. A bunch of other
Our
stuff.
trips were kind of cut short because of
Oh
Corona, but
yeah,
we did get
unfortunately.
to go bowling in the beginning of the school year. We did get to go bowling. That was fun. But we got in the midst of planning a dance, and then Corona came, so
Yeah,
we couldn't really have that. But we were planning, so yeah.
yeah, that's true. So, are there any other questions that anyone wants to ask? Angelise just jumped in. Kwame, you've been asking some great questions, bro. Shout out to you.
But I also want to ask another question.
Go ahead.
Can you change programs?
Like, can you change from professional
Yeah.
academy to the HRT program?
Yeah.
Absolutely. How? Well, Michael, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you can change, and it's very like it's a tedious thing to do. But if you really want to, they will make it happen. Um, and it's best to kind of try to make that decision very early
Yes,
because if
that's what
you
I was gonna
do
say.
that later, you're like 9 times out of 10 probably not going to be able to change it. But you would need to go talk to the roster chairman, which are two people, Miss Sierra Dyson and Mr.
Mr.
Logue.
Lowe. Mm-hmm.
And they're in one room. They take care of everybody's roster. So I'm telling you, it is very hard to get there on a good day. You have to be very persistent if that's what you want, because again, they are very busy, especially in the beginning of the year. Um, they will be doing what all
All the
1,600
rostering.
and like
Mm-hmm.
2,000 rostering. It was yeah, but
Yeah.
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah. So my advice to you is if you as a ninth grader, take your time and figure out which path really is the best fit for you and you won't have any problems. But yes, you can switch. And as Michael said, the sooner you do it, the better. So you don't get too far into your program and it's a hard U-turn. So okay. All right. Anybody else? Kelly, Tina, Nestle, Gabriella, no other questions? All right, cool. I'm gonna show one more video. Do we have time?
Yeah, we're
All
good.
right.
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna show one more video. This is Bob Kelly. He is a news anchor on Fox News. So he came out a few 2 years ago actually, and he's a graduate from Abraham Lincoln, and he started his whole segment, Kelly's Classrooms, based off of the connection he had with Lincoln, and every so often who goes out to different schools and does the same thing. But this is his visit to Lincoln, so hold on.
Also, try to link it in the like comment section also because for two reasons. One, on my screen, it was a little bit laggy before. I don't know if that was on everyone's screen, but if you can, copy the link and put it in the comments as well.
All right, I'll try and do that.
We can't hear the volume.
You can't hear what you said? You said you can't hear it?
No, we couldn't hear it. Sometimes if you open it in a whole nother window, it might help.
Yeah, it's on a whole separate window all by itself.
Yeah, we couldn't hear it.
Oh
Um,
wow.
re
It's
restart the sharing screen. So you could either let me think. Okay, try to again close the sharing screens, then reopen it. Try that, and if that doesn't work, try to. Oh my gosh! Wow.
See, if we were in your mic would have just put a wire together and
It's been done.
we wouldn't have no problems. Well, listen. I'm not going to complicate it. If you can't hear it, is so that was just him coming to our school. We had the cheerleading squad there. The band was there. All the students were in attendance, and he just went around to each academy and they just gave a quick excerpt of what's going on and what they're doing. So it was really fun. It was a great day, and that's the type of energy that we have at Lincoln, and that's the type of energy that we expect from you guys. Come here, come here. Maybe try to present the window instead of our whole screen. I guess you really want to see it? I got you. I really got you. You know what? I don't know how to make it come because it's a separate video. So what I'll do is I'll send it to Miss Joyce, and then she can show it to you guys, and you can pull it up on your own. Okay. All right. Cool. So guys, that okay, perfect. So listen, if there aren't any other questions or anything related to Lincoln or just the high school process in general or anything, I just want to thank you for your time, guys. I thank Michael for coming out. He is the bomb.com. Danielle is the up and coming bomb.comer. And Ms. Joyce, thank you for having us, guys. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully next year we can come out and be face to face, and it's a much more enjoyable experience. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all the Baldi kids. You guys asked awesome questions. I appreciate it.
All right.
Danielle, good luck.
Thank you. Good luck in your high school endeavors and your
Have a good
future and
day.
everything.
All right.
Talk to you
Thank you,
later.
Mr. Wardlaw.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.